What's up, y'all? Welcome to a spooky edition of Big Black Guy Reviews. I'm a big black guy. So tonight I just wanted to go through a little list I like to call my top 10 recommendations for Halloween watch times with friends and family. And that's probably not going to be the title. I'm just making this up as I go, y'all. And I don't really want to waste any more time, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Big Black Guy Reviews, top 10 things you could watch with your whatever the fuck I said earlier. Alright, so first things first, I want to talk about the Addams Family. The original 1990s films. I know there was a series back in the 50s and 60s, but still. For me, this is my personal pick for the gold standard of who the Addams are, you know. From Raul Julia, Angelica Houston, Christopher Lloyd, fucking Christina Ricci, Barry Sonnenfeld behind the camera. Like, there was so much going on with this film, and they're not absolute. You know what? They're Mary Poppins.
Practically perfect in every way.
Both of them. Addams Family and Addams Family Values. In other words, when I say Addams Family 1 and 2, this is what I'm talking about.
At first I was afraid. I was petrified.
No.
Imagine being a kid in your neighborhood, getting close to Halloween, and over time you start to realize, I'm pretty sure that house next door is literally eating people. That's the story of Monster House, and I've got to admit, I really fucking love this movie. It is awesome to watch with the family, you know, with the kids especially, but it's got Steve Buscemi, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Jason Lee, Nick Cannon, Kevin James, you know, all the Catherine O'Hara, Fred Willard, all the fun faces. Directed by Gil Karen, but it's under the Robert Zemeckis production. Like that right there, and Steven Spielberg, and it is just fucking phenomenal. Fun fact, the story was created by Dan Harmon and Rob Schrade, and the screenplay was written by them and Pamela Petler. So, you know, for all of us Community fans out there, I can't count the reasons I stay.
One by one, they all just fade away.
Hey, so what do you get when the writer of Lethal Weapon and Night of the Creeps team up together to write a film about a group of kids who team together to fight the werewolf, the Dracula, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the mummy, and even, well, actually no, I think that was about it. But still, they band together to take over the world, and it's up to the Monster Squad. You get Wolfman with Nards. That's what the fuck you get.
It's a Nard! It's a Nard! Go it! Wolfman's got Nards! Come on!
And this is just classic 80s cheese. Like, ooh wee. This is back when kids were just cursing for no. Well, I guess we are doing that now. You know, Stranger Things, it, and yeah, kids are cursing again. Yeah, that's kind of. Is that a good thing?
Come on, don't be chicken shit.
Huh. Maybe don't show it to your kids. You gotta get right with it, blood. Feel me? Okay, I'm not gonna do that the whole time. But here to talk about Attack the Block. Directed by Joe Cornish, co-executive produced by Edgar Wright. This is a pretty dope low-budget film. Like, this is how you do low-budget films. From now on, this is how you do low-budget sci-fi films, okay? And plus, you got the introduction of my man John Boyega over here, and don't forget little homie play Firestorm in the CW. You know, basically they're just playing some troubled minority youths who are just trying to survive a night of some even super blacker aliens, and they're just running through their apartment complex trying to live, nigga. Like, that's it. That's all there is to it, you know? Just, hey, we gotta survive the night. These things are coming after us, and we gotta bring this random white lady we tried to rob earlier. Watch it. Feel me? Dope watch. Cannot recommend enough. Scary, sci-fi, horror, comedy with some great young actors, like, yeah. And even the new Doctor Who. Alright, and so another one that I actually think is a pretty fun Halloween, watch, even though it's not exactly a full-on horror film or anything like that, or Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And also, personally, it's still my favorite of the trilogy. I mean, I know y'all original haters, whatever, but to get to the point, I mean, to me, this is just Bill and Ted at their wildest, wackiest. This is like the Gremlin 2 of Bill and Ted movies. Like, they just said fuck it and went for it. Whatever it was they had in mind. Like, they're like, dude, there's behind the scenes stuff. It was just like so much wilder and weirder and wackier and just like out there and even kind of disturbing. Like, I'm definitely gonna do a full episode on this one day. If you see my track record of consistency, it might be a minute because I got a couple other things I want to get ahead of. Anyway, Bill and Ted Bogus Journey. I mean, it's got the best death ever.
You might be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the Reaper.
Yeah, that guy.
Get down with your bed, sir. Excellent.
Alright, so next up on my list of movies I think are fun to watch during this time of year, we got Hellboy, the one and only. No disrespect to David Harbour, but fuck the rest of that movie overall. It's had some cool shit here and there. But this one right here, helmed by Guillermo del Toro's vision, is actually a hell of a lot of fun. You make some, take some liberties with the comic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even really read the comic whenever I saw this movie, and I just fell in love with this movie. And even to this day, it's still a hell of a lot of fun. Ron Perlman's performance just cannot be matched. Again, no disrespect to David Harbour, but just fuck that reboot. Like, I wish I would have just given us the third one. He's gotten a conclusion to what Guillermo del Toro was trying to do.
A yard with lots of room to grow it. It'll be great for the baby.
Babies.
But he said y'all weren't willing to cough up the budget he wants. So, that's on y'all. You know what? I'm just gonna present this one as it would had this film come out after certain projects. From the writer and director of Guardians of the Galaxies Volume 1 and 2 and The Suicide Squad. Yeah, that's right. James Gunn himself. Before he wrote Guardians, before he wrote Suicide Squad, hell, before he wrote Super, another film I'd love to talk about at some point, this was his first foray into a solo, somewhat big-budget mainstream horror film. This is a fun film. Check it out. After a slew of diminishing sequels, a prequel, and I've been hearing rumors of an upcoming possible reboot, I'm here to talk about the OG Final Destination with Devon Sawa and Shaw William Scott and other people whose names are escaping me right now. And I could just look on the back of the box, but you know what? I ain't got time for this shit. I'm trying to put a video together, y'all. So Devon Sawa of Idle Hands fame around this time, which lately he's known for being in Chucky and a few other little things here and there, including The Fan, which was directed by Fred Durst, starring John Travolta. Anyway, back in the day, he starred in this film about a kid who gets onto an airplane for a class trip only to have a crazy vision of the plane exploding and everybody dying just in the worst brutal fucking fashion. He flips out, gets everybody off the plane, and realizes later on that, hey, we were supposed to die, and now death is coming back for us in the order that we were supposed to die on the plane. Which was technically supposed to be a spoiler, but for fuck's sakes, people, like, there's about 6 of these movies out right now, and they all say, the same, just watch the good one. Although I did also like the second one, and The Final Destination was a pretty nice little, precursor to this. If anything, you're gonna watch that last one, because it leads into this one, so then you can lead from the okay one into a better one, into a decent sequel. Everybody has their own personal taste and interest in everything. And personally, I've never been a huge fan of the whole PG-13 horror film, craze. A lot of the executions never really cut it for me or anything. But there have been a few exceptions. One of which, 1408, starring John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson. This was quite a pleasant surprise of just how intense this film got at times, and how invested you felt in this man's survival and struggle throughout this film. And it's a simple premise. A haunted house debunker goes to this hotel to try and debunk that there's anything supernatural going on, only for him to have one of the most terrifying, mind-fucking experiences of his life. And it had me on the edge of my seat, for the most part. And it might not be for everybody, but for me personally, bravo, I didn't care for The Ring, except for that last scene. That was kind of cool, the TV, but, I didn't care for Boogeyman, except for that last scene. That was kind of cool, And it's just kind of how it is, but, 1408. Give it a watch if you're looking for something that might actually fuck with your head a little bit and get under your skin. Before I get to my last pick, I want to go ahead and do a few honorable mentions, which are basically just going to be some flyby suggestions. Starting with, let's go with some of the mainstream shit we all know. I guess it's more of a cult classic, but come on, American Psycho. I have to return some videotapes. The OG Child's Play series with Brad Dourif as Charles Lee Ray. And don't forget to check out the series too. 2 episodes in, I'm pretty invested. I want to see where this is going. The OG Ghostbusters movies. 1 and 2. Why? Because bustin' makes me feel good. Bustin', 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 bustin'. The Ghostbusters 2016 reboot. Come on, y'all. It's been 5 years now. We can chill it with the hate. We're actually getting that somewhat official sequel we've always wanted that still takes place in that universe. So maybe we could just go back and give this one another shot with a little bit more open-minded eyes. Yes, there's still seemingly a lot of man hate throughout the film, but hey, there's a lot of treating them like shit throughout history, not just cinema. Cut on some slack. take your jabs. Let's all laugh together. I mean, if nothing else, you could always just throw this on in the background during a Halloween party, you know? Like, it's got some fun visuals. Like, I really enjoyed that ending for the most part, the CGI fest that it was. It was fun in its own way. You know, they were doing the little tucks, the rolls, you know, whipping them while they nay-nayed. And then here we are with Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. We got Jeremy Renner, Gemma Arterton, and Famke Janssen just having a blast with this movie as far as I could tell. And, you know, dude, give it a shot. If nothing else, it's definitely a lot of fun to just put on in the background of a party. Fuck what y'all have to say. I love this movie, and it is absolutely worth putting on in the background during a party. The name's Constantine. John Constantine. Asshole. Yeah, I got another Keanu flick for my little Halloween suggestions. And who doesn't love some Keanu? Give this one another chance. If nothing else is the party. Here we have the stuff. What stuff? I don't know. I hope it's the right stuff. Nobody gets that reference anyway. So here we have an old 80s film, which is more of a homage / parody of like the 1950s The Blob Film. Essentially the plot is, what happens when you come across some mysterious white substance that nobody really knows anything about, but hey, it tastes pretty good. Mass produce and market that bitch, of course. So here we go, a society of people just eating this random crab, not having any idea of its origins, because fuck it tastes delicious, when suddenly it seems to be taking over their bodies as a hive-minded organism. A lot of fun, some fun cheesy 80s special effects. Like, yeah, the stuff. Does anybody remember a movie called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? It's pretty fucking dumb, but totally awesome in the background of a party. Who rocked the party popper? We rock the party popper.
I like to rock the party.
Hey kids, do you love Power Rangers? Do you love Transformers? Especially like Beast Wars and like, you like Reboot? You like 20-year-olds who act like they're performing in a high school play?
I don't know if I can keep the emergency brake on for a whole year.
I know what you mean. Too old for a bike, too young for a car. I got news for you, brother. We ain't getting too far.
Hey, who's up for make the make?
Moaning and groaning.
All right.
You like graphics so bad that they were eye bleeding even by 90 standards?
What the?
Well, you're gonna love vampires. Vampires. Transform! No, shut the fuck up. No, vampires transform. Not Transformers. Shut the Oh, you. Oh. Vampires.
Oh, my feet! I'm in wheels!
Don't fight it, amigos. You are what you are. A car.
A car? That is sick! What is this?
I mean, these motherfuckers are literally just sucking gas out of other vehicles to survive, and
Good to the last drop.
At some point, I want to do an episode or possibly a mini-series on the 4 episodes that are a part of this DVD collection, but yeah, I put that in the guilty pleasure dishonorable mention. So bad it's good, but still pretty fucking bad. It's so bad it's bad that it's kind of enjoyable, and how just wow, y'all really went for everything, you know? Y'all tried to rip off everything at the same fucking time and failed in every single aspect. Damn near. Yeah, one day.
He's pointing to the gas tank. He's out of gas.
Pump me up.
Some ultra fat premium coming right up, bro. Thanks a lot, Nuke. But we're not stealing anybody's gas. We pay our way.
Vampires. So, after the success of Get Out, Jordan Peele decided he wanted to make his next film about a family that finds themselves being hunted and tormented by their very own doppelgangers. Us. Overall, this was still a really great, fantastic Us. Thrilling film. And I think it's worth your time to at least check it out, especially during the spooky season. Got a few days left. You trying to have a movie marathon with your friends? Us. Hell yeah. I mean, you could just throw this on in the background of a party, but if you've never seen it before, just watch it. There could be some messages, some important things you should be keeping in mind about us, the U.S. Phenomenal performances all around, and at the end of the day, if you're just looking for a good time, my nigga, like, what's up, you know? Come holla at us, because there is no us without you. Us. And so there you go. My top 10 on damn near 20-something movie recommendations for this month that's pretty much almost over. And by the time I Guinness World Records this bitch, nobody's gonna give a fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It is like almost 4:45 in the morning, and I think I'm having like 3 a.m. brain right about now. Feel free to leave some comments, make some suggestions, like what films did I not mention that you think I should check out? Like, tell me, like, what are some of your favorite horror films, mainstream or cult classics, shit, maybe even some super low budget, what are your guilty pleasures, the ones you're almost a little ashamed to admit you like vampires, it's so stupid. Like, it's somehow worse than Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, and even Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad was technically kind of a parody of that genre of, Power Rangers and, VR Troopers kind of era. Yeah, anyway, rambling on. Y'all need to go. I need to go. Y'all need to go. I need to get some rest. And I appreciate y'all coming. Feel free to please hit that like, subscribe, and share this bitch. Especially if you think there's people who agree with my list or would appreciate my list or might hate my list and got a few things they want to say about my list. Nigga, how you gonna leave out? Motherfucker, how you gonna acknowledge that? Dude, what the fuck is wrong? Have you ever seen? Go ahead, put it in the comments. Happy Halloween, whatever y'all celebrating out there in the world around this time. And then there's Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. Personally, I had a lot of fun with this. Here we go, Jeremy Renner and, wait, what's her name? Gemma Arterton? Gemma Arterton? Gemma? 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 Would you stop readjusting? I'm right here, nigga. Focus on me. Really, I was tickling his butt for a second.
Yeah.